As firms about the planet racing to evolve personality driving cars, Kemp Boland is wager how UK Marrow Force can hit us and China cash money. A vet technique businessman, the 58-year-old startup 5AI in 2016. With later it has been driving as rapidly as probable to style a driverless car how, the expect is, will at several spot in the next profit regulating adoption to get to the roads out of who creature over the tire as a humane resilient. The issue is how, compared in US giants Google, Uber and Tesla, 5AI is a diminutive begin-up business in just a fraction of the financing how its rivals' driverless car projects are reception. And while it comes to quantity of employees, Google's independent car industry Waymo is alleged to include several 3,500, and Uber's personality driving arm is told to include on 2,000. Both of these rejected to stake accurate personnel numbers. 5 Artificial intelligence's labor now totals fair 120 human beings. To the accidental watcher, Mr. Boland and his crew cannot expect to competitive in his US rivals, nor the hundreds of millions of dollar creature consumable by China Team Baidu, and carmakers such as Jag Earth Wanderer and BMW. Mr. Boland easily admits how his draft is a gambling, and how a quantity of bets include got to go off for it to job, but down there is no doubt his vanity. We are house a business how I in fact believe will be cost tens of billions, if not more than, but it is departure to get a lot of concentrated force to get down there, he says. At the spot human beings may ridicule, but in 5AI technicians now test its tailored Wade Mondeos on the gateway of southward London. Mr. Boland's behind history suggests he should be undertaken severely. A physical science grade of Cambridge College, he is a much millionaire who has grown up and sold out 2 UK technique companies for a combination importance of more than rather than $1 billion. The at first was Item 14, a digital information transmission industry. He was head execution of the business in January 1999 while it was twisted out of ex-proprietor Zolud Computers. Fair 18 months after Mr. Boland organized the selling of Item 14 to US Team Broadcom for $640 meter. Later in 2002 he set up semiconductor company Isera, that he sold out in 2011 to US business Nvidia for $367 meter. Mr. Boland, who went to a grammarian high school in Manchester, has as well been a CEO of UK semiconductor team ARM Assets. He admits how 5AI is departure to requirement more than invest to completely evolve its vehicles. He says it can do it more than cheap rather than its rivals, since it doesn't requirement to use the extensive quantity of additional personnel how they do. Down there is ever a crew of 20 to 50 human beings at any driverless car business how is very drive the technique, he says. How is which it comes downward to. So Google's Waymo has an alleged 3,500 human beings, and Uber a pair of 1,000, it very all comes downward to fair a fistful of individuals. Or the ability in machine sight and car training there in Europe is as powerful as in the US. Relying through 6 offices in the UK, London, Bristol, Cambridge, Edinburgh, Oxford and at a test path in Bedfordshire, 5AI as well plant clothes in machine sight and synthetic intellect teams at the UK's top universities, and the Alan Turing Institution, the UK's Guideline AI Study Centre. Mr. Boland says how he wants all of his personnel to sense property of the business, so all are taking into account shares in the industry. The is a politics he has insisted on through his career, as he believes it makes employees more than devoted, more than hard-working. Behind while he sold out Item 14 it intended how largest personnel became millionaires night. This low nobody done of the selling was a portion time secretariat, and she acquired £250,000. The industry pattern for 5AI is not how its cars will be accessible for consumer to purchase. Instead of it plans to propose a share cab facility. Its testing cars are adjusted in 14 cameras, 6 radars, 3 lighting radars, and computers how do 300 billion calculators per other. The aim is to begin offer a business facility in London by 2022, although in a business servant in the drive chair fair in instance. The expect is to go completely driverless at several spot following how if the technique and regulators enable and hit the likes of Waymo and Uber to marketplace dominance, at low in Europe. It is a large ask of wherever we are present, but I do believe how in the following 3 or 4 persons year we are departure to get to a standard wherever the cars are equivalent to humane levels of security, says Mr. Boland. Or later we wish to enhance of down there. But will quite members of the social always be readily to move in a driverless cab? UK automobile reporter Robin Roberts isn't certainly. I believe how largest human beings would not sense how sure, he says. Humans are capable to respond really rapidly to their environment, and unexpected events how occur on the roads. I don't believe how a program's machine could always do the identical as reliably. Down there is no replace for humane cause in situations wherever break-second decisions include to be done. Yet, Mr. Boland is sure. We are departure to convert the way our cities work. It is departure to be a large coup.